Hi, my name is Garrett from Next Gen Landscapes.
And I'm Michael.
And today we're doing a review of the Chinese Mini Excavator. We've got, what, 800?
Over 800 hours.
And we're going to go over the economic value. How good is it on a job site? Is it better than a name brand excavator?
No. Hey guys, so like we said, we've owned this machine for about 2 years and it's over 800 hours. We use it at almost every job and it has transformed our business. The quality of this machine, better than expected. We've had to replace a few things and we'll go over that now. So starting off, we'll go over the things that we've changed on this machine. Starting off was the throttle cable. The one it comes with is just junk. We got this John Deere lawnmower choke and throttle. It's like 30 bucks. Quick and easy install on that. Had to change the hour meter. First one came filled with salt water, didn't work. Got a new one on there right away. Third, adding a seat belt. Don't want to get caught without one on a job site. It's a good find for you right there. And fourth, quick access to the engine in case you got to do any maintenance on it. So powering this little 1.2 ton excavator is the Briggs & Stratton. I believe it's 13.5 horsepower. And once you remove the back panel, it's easy to work on this thing. Air filter, carb, checking your oils just down there. And these things even have a little pull cord on them, just like a lawnmower. So in our case, when your starter stops working, you can easily just turn your key, have your choke on, and she's good to go. Just clip back on the panel, takes 5 seconds, and you're rocking and rolling. Enough of that boring stuff though, let's see this thing dig some holes.
This is Garrett again. While we watch Michael dig up the dirt hill there, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the numbers. So, 2 years ago, this thing cost us $10,000. They do go for a bit less now, unfortunately, but the opportunity cost of waiting wouldn't have been worth the difference anyway. We've had this thing run for 830 hours. We'll just call it 800. Call that 100 working days, even though it's realistically more, but it just gives us an easy number to work with. It costs about $200 to $300 a day to rent one of these from your local equipment rental company. They're all different names, but that would realistically be about $20,000 to $30,000 just in rental. So this thing would have then made you 10 to 20K in the 2 years. And that doesn't even factor in your saving on labor, because it's going to take your guys a whole lot longer to dig what this thing can dig in just an hour or two. Like, it has surpassed my expectations almost every time I've shown up to the site and Michael's been running the crew for a couple hours. I can't believe how much progress they've already made with this thing. It may look small, and it is. You know, it's got a 16-inch bucket, but it puts in the work. It doesn't get tired like workers do, like we do. So, at the end of the day, with labor being your biggest expense, this thing can only make you money. I don't think at almost any realistic price you could lose with one of these unless you just got very unlucky and it didn't work. But I've never really heard anybody tell me that theirs didn't work, and ours has been spectacular. Michael's going to talk to you about it shortly, but I'm telling you, this thing is great. It's not without its quirks, and I'd say you want to have some basic knowledge of just changing out things, but it's been worth the cost every time that we've taken it out. And were you to spend more money on a Bobcat, excavator or some other brand, you're going to be spending $20,000, $30,000 more, even used. So, I mean, you'd get, 30% more efficiency, yet you'd spend 200%, 300%, 400% of the money. I don't see how that's equitable. And even those are going to be a lot bigger, which, might sound good. But then if you need to get into a small backyard, just through a fence gate, do you want to take down every fence gate you go through? Or would you rather just go right through it? No putting it back up after, no, oh, it doesn't look the same, and then you gotta go find a part from Home Depot. You literally just drive right through, do what you need to do, drive it right back out. It's no bigger than a wheelbarrow, realistically. It's, 3 feet wide. So, to me, these things are perfect. Every company should have one, in my opinion. Whether you're going to get it Chinese or name brand, but realistically, it's not worth the extra money. Unless, of course, you are concerned about, and this is valid, the lack of a warranty or replacement parts. Where do you get them from? You might be able to find the same engine and find a part for it, but there's no customer support. I promise you, you call that company, they're not picking up. So you take a risk, absolutely. But I think the risk versus reward is there. It's not to say there's no validity to having a better quality, better brand excavator, but for what this one's trying to do, I think it's perfect.
So now that we've heard Garrett talk about some numbers and you've seen it work a little, which we'll show some more footage once we have it at our job site, but I thought I'd go over how this thing's held up, to which it has held up remarkably. The pins are still golden, the tracks are still in good shape. You know, anything that you think could have catastrophically failed on one of these things, so far it hasn't, and after 800 hours, I mean, you can't ask for more. This thing has paid itself off and is just profiting us big time when we use it. So the controls on this thing aren't too bad. The driving is kind of jerky, but you can get used to it. The boom controls are honestly pretty dang good for the 10,000 we paid for it. And honestly, you can get them for probably half that now. So, but in terms of operation, it beats digging all day long. Back when we used to hand dig everything, it would take, you know, days. And now you can get it done in a couple hours, makes more money, easier on your back. You can go home and not be dead at the end of your workday. So I would absolutely recommend this to anybody looking to start a landscape company. Get yourself a dump trailer and then get yourself one of these. You can load wheelbarrows with material off the road. You can obviously dig with it. We've even used the front blade to scrape out sod. Works pretty well for that. So, you know, it's very versatile. Absolutely worth the investment if you're looking to get into it.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Making this video has been a lot more complicated than using that thing.
Yep.
We know.
Yep.
But hey, we got a couple more videos to make about the trailer and
This excavator's brother here, to which we've had a few more problems and only used it a handful of times. So quite a bit to say on that. We still like it, but
it's not the same.
yeah.
Thank you. Like and
Thanks.
subscribe to see more.
No.